At some point, Scott, you agreed, you came to an agreement about who was going to pay for this holiday, right? You've got a part-time job. And what do you do the rest of the time?
I'm a full-time student.
And that's even better. So you don't have lots of money yet, but you hope to at the end of your course. True?
Yes.
Now, who paid for the trip?
Myself.
That'll be me. How much was it?
It was £340 for the flight and accommodation.
£340 for the flight and all of the accommodation? He says, Scott, that he paid for his trip. In addition to that, he paid for your trip as well.
Correct.
Now, you're working full-time and he's working part-time. Why is he paying for your trip?
The time of booking, I believe it was a few days before my payday.
Why didn't you put down the fact that he was going to owe you this money in writing? It would have taken you less than, I would have thought, in your clever case, 2 minutes.
It was just quite convincing that he'd get paid next month and he'd pay me back then.
Right. You pay this money, all the tickets arrive, or whatever it is, you've got all the details online. You go and you arrive at the airport. You've got to have spending money, I presume, for this trip. Yeah. You can imagine the clubs and all the rest of it are not cheap and they're certainly not free. Why didn't you give him the £340 that you owed him for the rest of the holiday?
The first day of the holiday, the second day of the holiday was my payday. So the first night, again, I had to just borrow some just to get through just the night. And then the next day was when I got my money to come through for spending money. Splendid.
Why didn't you give him the money for the trip on that day? You're not on the other side of the world. I would understand if you worked where I had for a short period of time in Sierra Leone. It might be difficult to get access to funds. You're in Gran Canaria. They've got ATMs there.
I just got carried away.
How carried away did he get?
I'm very carried away.